This right here is probably the fanciest speaker I am ever going to use. And it's got Alexa built in. Alright, inside this box is possibly the fanciest speaker I will ever use. It's worth $2,000, it's handcrafted from resin. Oh, and did I mention? There's a built-in Alexa speaker. Let's take a look inside and see if this speaker will make my apartment feel totally deluxe. Alright, I see a box within a box. This will never end. So this whole thing is in like a silk bag. That's pretty good looking. This is easily the biggest and most ridiculous egg-shaped speaker I've ever seen. It's all made from just one piece of resin. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. This is one very cool little speaker.
The inspiration behind Pantheone, it actually came from the Pantheone in Rome, where actually the oculus of the sky folding the lights into the space. And a Pantheone one is actually mirrored that inspiration of filling each space with a perfect sound. That's the whole concept behind that. Each product is actually handmade. We have a person that's sitting there, put the driver into it, polish the area that are not shaped, because when you take it out of the mold, if it's not exactly as we want it, we just need to make it as perfect as we can.
All right, well, I have the speaker out of its box now, and I gotta say, this thing was massive and very difficult to lift onto my IKEA coffee table. It's come with a beautiful set of white gloves that I can use while I'm near the speaker so I don't disrupt the beautiful resin with my nasty fingerprints. I'm gonna turn this thing on and see how it works. Fancy. All right, so now I've got the app on my phone and it's connected. I should be able to just play my music.
They say there's something in the water that got them all acting so crazy.
It's really loud.
Showing up, calling me mommy.
After having a bit of a boogie, I think quite conclusively I can say that this thing is far too loud for my apartment and far too fancy, but turns out $2,000 not only gets you a very loud, very good speaker, also gets you quite a pretty piece of art.
In these days, everybody into audio. In these days, everybody into sound, you know? And it's took us a long, long time to come with something that's gonna be so different and so beautiful that you wouldn't see a speaker. So if you look at my room, for example, you don't see a speaker, you just see a beautiful piece of art. And when you turn the music on, suddenly it's become a speaker. In today's world, we have to have the technology in a product. You cannot have like a stupid product. You have to be a smart product. So we definitely want to have something that will give to the people the ability to still have something so beautiful without actually shouting technology. So all the technology is in the product, but you wouldn't see it.
Where is the Pantheone?
Pantheone is located in Rome, Lazio in Italy.
Tell me a joke.
When do bakers share their secret recipes?
When?
On a knead-the-dough basis.
All right, so the last song I chose has probably irritated my neighbors, but I'm going to choose another one that has a little bit more bass to it and see what I can get out of this. I don't know if you can feel the table vibrating through the camera.
Can we have a break to Linden? I need to know what I gotta mention. Tell, please, preacher, I'm sorry for sending.
So having had a chance to play around with this speaker, I have to say I am very impressed, but I suppose that's what you get for high-end audio, right? And at $2,190, the Pantheone one doesn't come cheap. But I suppose if you're paying that kind of money for a speaker, you want a really good experience, and I have to say you're going to get it. The music sounded amazing, I could really amp it up super loud, the bass was phenomenal, definitely going to get some complaints from my neighbors on that one. And it's the kind of thing that you can just have in the center of your room and it's going to look really beautiful. I mean, look at this resin alien egg. I don't quite know how to describe it, but I really loved playing around with it. Made me feel a little bit luxury for a day, and I've got to say it's a really nice way to listen to music. And the fact that it's got the Alexa features built in, well, it's a no-brainer. I guess I just have to update the rest of my apartment to match this totally decadent speaker. I'm gonna have to put something on the credit card, I think.